we got another update done on the little project of mine. The CR500 AF bike is going together. I got a little rear suspension work done on it. I built a wonderful little adapter to get that shock mounted properly. I built it out of wood because wood is a lot easier to work with. No, I'm not going to leave the wood part on the bike and ride it that way. It's merely so that way I have the measurements proper, so that way I can bring it to the machinist. I can have him duplicate the part from wood into an aluminum component, properly machined, that'll fit all my specifications. But here's what we made. I put together this really cool part made from wood. It's a little bit ugly, a little bit rough around the edges, but what we've got is a piece that goes down over the linkage, down below, boop, and then the part here at the top that goes under the shock. A little notch came out of it, unfortunately, because I drilled a little too close to the edge, and wood will fall apart, but aluminum won't do that. But the reason why it has a flapper over on this side is because the shock has a little bit of a 45-degree angle under there, and it fits into that, and it fits in there quite well, I might add. And the reason I did that is to try to disperse the weight and the forces that are applied onto this thing. So that way, once everything is set up correctly, that there'll be minimum disturbance to the lower half of the shock here. Now, as you can see, there's two bolt holes. One is the stock bolt hole for the ZX10, and the second one is a reinforcement bolt hole to hold the adapter on. And then, of course, everything goes together as you see. Just simply stuff two bolts in there. This one goes in here. This one goes in here. Put the nuts on the opposite side, and this sucker's all set. Now, here's where we're at with the bike. There's the ride height that it's currently going to be seated at. So I'm kind of happy with how it looks. We got a little bit of a sloping angle going downward for the swing arm, and that's kind of important to make sure the suspension gives you a proper bump and rebound, I guess you would call that. If you have a flat swing arm, generally your ride is kind of harsh and feels a little funny, and if your swing arm is negatively inverted, then you start to have handling issues. Okay, here's the shock and the extension as viewed from the left side of the bike. This is how it would be arranged. The linkage is on the bottom down in here. Of course, this is the extension piece, which is made from wood. There's those two bolts that we showed you just a moment ago, and then, of course, we have the shock. Now, this mechanism all goes together, and I hopped on top of it a little bit to make sure everything cleared correctly. Everything works as it's supposed to. It's not binding up underneath the linkage, so this looks good. So I'm going to have the machinist cut that wooden piece out in aluminum, so that way everything is to spec as to what we've got here. So, we'll have another update on this, hopefully next week. I can't believe you're making a chopper out of that thing.